Today's story is called The Thief's Story by Ruskin Bond, a beautiful tale of trust, change, and second chances. Let's begin. Meeting Anil, the beginning. The narrator introduces himself. I was still a thief when I met Anil. He was only 15 years old, but already a successful hand at stealing. Hand here means someone skilled in an activity or job. He met Anil while watching a wrestling match. Anil was around 25 years old, tall, thin, and seemed easygoing and kind. The narrator thought Anil would be an easy target. To start a conversation, he said, "You look like a wrestler yourself." He was using flattery to make friends. Flattery means insincere praise to win someone's favor. Anil replied, "So do you." This surprised the narrator, because he was actually very thin. When Anil asked his name, the narrator lied and said, Hari Singh. He changed his name every month to stay ahead of the police. Getting the job. The narrator followed Anil and said, "I want to work for you." Anil said, "But I can't pay you." The boy thought for a moment and asked, "Can you feed me?" Anil asked if he could cook. Again, he lied. "Yes, I can cook." So, Anil took him to his room above the Jamna sweet shop and let him sleep on the balcony. But when Hari cooked, the food was so bad that Anil gave it to a stray dog and told him to leave. Still, Hari stayed around with his most appealing smile. Appealing, attractive, or charming. Anil laughed and let him stay. He even offered to teach him how to cook, how to write his name, and later even sentences and numbers. This made Hari feel grateful and hopeful. He thought, "If I can write like an educated man, I can achieve anything." Life with Anil. Working with Anil was pleasant. Every morning, Hari made tea and went to buy the day's supplies. He would keep a rupee or so as profit, but Anil never questioned it. Anil made money by fits and starts. He would borrow money, lend some, and celebrate when a check arrived. Check means a written order to a bank to pay money. Anil earned by writing articles for magazines. Hari thought it was a queer way to make a living. Queer, strange, or unusual. The bundle of notes temptation. One evening, Anil returned with a bundle of notes. He had sold a book to a publisher. At night, Hari saw him tuck the money under the mattress. Tuck to push or fold something in to hide or hold it. Hari felt tempted. He hadn't done any real theft in a month, and he thought, "If I don't take it now, I'll lose my habit." He thought Anil wouldn't even notice, he was so careless. But stealing from a trusting man felt wrong. Still, he convinced himself. He doesn't pay me. He'll just waste the money anyway. The theft? That night, a beam of moonlight fell across the bed. Hari quietly got up, slid his hand under the mattress, and took the money. Anil moved in his sleep, and Hari got scared, but he managed to leave. Outside, he ran to the railway station. The Lucknow Express was leaving. He could have jumped on it. But something made him hesitate. He missed the chance. Hesitate to pause before doing something. Regret sets in. The platform was deserted. He had no friends, no place to stay. He believed friends were more trouble than help. He walked to the bazaar, then to the Maidan, and finally sat near the clock tower. It began to drizzle, then rained heavily. Drizzle, light rain. Chilly, cold, and uncomfortable. His clothes stuck to his skin, and the notes were now damp from the rain. He thought, Anil would have given me a few rupees tomorrow, and I could have gone to the cinema. But now, that chance was gone. And worse, he couldn't learn whole sentences anymore. He realized, it's easy to steal. But to be a respected man, that's something else. Going back. He decided to return, not for the money, but to learn. Returning the money without getting caught was harder than stealing. He entered the room quietly, walked to Anil's bed, and slid the money back under the mattress. Anil's response, a silent forgiveness. Next morning, Anil had already made tea. He stretched out a hand with a 50-rupee note. Hari's heart sunk. The note was still wet from the rain. Anil knew. But he said, "Now you'll be paid regularly." Then added, "Today we'll start writing sentences." Hari smiled, this time, for real. It wasn't a fake or appealing smile. It was honest. Central theme. This story shows us the power of trust and kindness. Anil never scolded or punished Hari, he just gave him a second chance. And that one kind act helped a thief begin a new journey toward honesty and self-respect. It teaches us. Trust can change people. The Thief Story by Ruskin Bond, presenting EduTunes.